The Royal Dzogchen Tantra on the Brilliant Diffusion of Majestic Space, from the Nima Chubum, translated by Christopher Wilkinson and read by Angus Cargill. Part 4. Teaching the specifics on empowerment. Then again our teacher gave instruction to the entourage, who were none other than his own true nature. The bodhicitta has no good or evil. All dharmas are tathagatas. We do not move from a state of equality, but in the way of the three, outer, inner, and secret. We rely on the material inner mandala to impart the empowerment of the implements for the empowerment. Then we generate the bodhicitta of great bliss. We do not turn away from the objectives of the secret mantra. This is well known as the external empowerment. To teach about the inner empowerment, from our ordinary body we transform into a god. Our self acquires the empowerment of the god in our own body. Through meditation, we become clear as being gods. When this happens, the body that is holding on to a self does not remain. When our body has been empowered into being a god, we let out our intentions into the grounds where the empowerment is happening. And the Master imparts the empowerment. The teachings on knowledge and taking this into our experience are explained to one who is called a recipient. The actual event that is called an empowerment is not something that anyone else does. In the wisdom of awareness is present in ourselves. It does not change due to the power of our emotional problems. It is because we have it in ourselves that it is called an empowerment. We are not empowered by anyone else, so it is called an empowerment. We empower ourselves, so we are empowered. There is something that is famous that is called a secret empowerment, but we acquire it by its natural force. It is just when our own body is clear as being a god that we inherently do not abide in any grasping at a self. The self-empowerment of wisdom is a perfect mandala. Self-aware wisdom enables self-empowerment. This is a jewel treasure of inexhaustible wonders. The empowerment makes a transformation in the wheels of our bodies, speech, and minds. That is why it is called an empowerment. The reason that it is kept secret is that by the grace of the power of an invisible substance, all of the tathagatas appear from themselves and act to give birth. If we teach this topic to those of small intellects, who are of the mean vehicles, they will be afraid, and there is the risk that we will become slothful. If we keep it secret, we will succeed. This is why it is presented as a secret empowerment. So he spoke. From the Royal Tantra on the Brilliant Diffusion of Majestic Space, this is Chapter 37, Teaching the Specifics on Empowerment. Samaya are not to be numbered or protected. Then again our teacher, the Blessed One, gave instruction to his entourage, who were none other than himself. The bodhicitta is free from faults. It teaches all the dharmas, the teachings that are not to be taught, and the teachings that are to be taught. The bodhicitta has no faults, but by force of the work to train, there are a variety of methods. These have been proclaimed by the Buddhas of the 3 times. This is the majestic treasure of the meaning of the Upadesha instructions. Samaya is called Samaya. This is not something that is kept in reserve. Our own view is our Samaya. All the dharmas that appear and are well known in the world are subsumed within our own minds, So by not transgressing them, we acquire self-empowerment. We know that they have no transgression or failing, so things will appear just as we visualize them. This also turns out to be the base or cause for the totality of everything, nothing excluded, so it is our own bodhicitta. It turns out to be the true basis of all samsara and nirvana, their source of origin. At the moment we acquire self-empowerment by ourselves, everything, with no exceptions, is the bodhicitta. This is our own miracle, so we have no anxiety about samsara and nirvana. Not to transgress this is our samaya. When we are dwelling on the meaning of this, however we may see and however we may be known, however we are designated and however we may be attached, however we meditate and however we practice, however we abide and are present, we do not transgress the meaning of this. That is what is called samaya. To be absent, to be plain, to be alone, and to be spontaneously realized. This is what is called the samaya of absence. When an object and the one who keeps an object are both absent, there is nothing to protect and no borders of protection. The samaya of plainness has the true nature of having no borders to protect. We do not conceptualize virtue and non-virtue. We have no problems about failure, and no virtues in not failing. It is because we have no faults or virtues that we are plain. The samaya of being alone is that we have no experience or non-experience. So we have neither faults nor virtues. Everything is at one within us. So even the objects that we would protect are alone. The self that is protecting them is simply alone. The problems in our experience are also alone. The wonders that we do not experience are simply alone. Nothing goes beyond ourselves. So this is called the samaya of being alone. The samaya that are spontaneously realized are that when everything is simply present within us, we have no other objects, so we do not visualize any extremes. The reality that is beyond extremes has no position. So even the things we have to protect are gathered within this. Even the things we do not have to protect are gathered within this. Even the faults and virtues of our experience and non-experience are gathered into this, so it is spontaneously realized. Not to transgress this is the supreme samaya. The 3 times are not separate from this, so we do not give any name to our vows. We have no preferences on the faults and virtues of the Dharma. People will experience a clinging to their intellects. This is why a variety of trainings have been proclaimed as remedies for our taking things in and holding on to them. As for what we must protect with our bodies, we must not be contemptuous toward the Guru who teaches us the Upadesha instructions, or toward our Vajra kindred. As for what we must protect with our speech, we must not say unpleasant things even in private, and we should also give up on idle chatter. As for what we must protect with our minds, we must not have cause to be desirous, hateful, evil-minded or jealous, even for an instant. We use an assortment of pleasing things to make offerings that are brilliantly delightful. The root and branch samaya that are held in common in the scriptures of the secret mantra, being the proclamations of the victorious ones, are clear. This arti is primordially protected, so even if we protect it, there will be no fault. It is our adornment. If we do not protect it, There is no fault. It cannot be transgressed. As it has no transgression or failure, it is beyond any borders of protection. It has no borders or limits, so it diffuses into bliss. This is the samaya of the diffusion into the space of great bliss. So he spoke. From the Royal Tantra on the Brilliant Diffusion of Majestic Space, this is Chapter 38. Samaya are not to be numbered or protected. Teachings on touching and meeting with the three embodiments. Then again, the Blessed One spoke on his own purpose to his entourage, which was none other than himself. Because it lacks the extremes of birth and destruction, the majestic space of effortlessness is the state of the sky. Because it lacks any divisions or clarifications, anything to take up or to remove, it is an expansive space that is like an island of gold. Because it dawns on us without having any outside or inside, the bodhicitta lacks the extreme of failure. Because it clears away the darkness of the extremes, the lamp of wisdom shines within our dominion. The bodhicitta does not reject the four extremes, so it is not touched by the problems there are with the extremes. By its force, we cut through all the grounds for deviation. In the mind itself, which has no crevasses, the three bodies are spontaneously perfected, without any search, but we give them the names of samsara and nirvana, and use their having causes and results to cling to differences. The 6 classes of living beings, through the 4 abodes of birth, are the miracles of the brilliant diffusion of the dominion of the Dharma. We are born from this dominion, and we hold on to this dominion. What we take in and what we hold on to, the object and the mind, are different, but in being the miracles of the brilliant diffusion of the dominion of the Dharma, we are born from this dominion, and we hold on to this dominion. While in the state of this dominion, there is nothing to take in and nothing to hold on to. The inspirations of the Buddhas of the 3 times and the extent of the knowledge of the Sugatas arise from this dominion and are known within this dominion. Unhindered knowing is the dominion of the Dharma. Unhindered things to be known are the effulgence of awareness. An encounter with our body, speech, and mind occurs, and our space is a self-liberation that has no duality. The circle is the bodhicitta itself. It is the true basis for the totality of everything. Its unhindered characteristics may appear to be anything. In the varieties of the Dharma, nothing is definite. When we see our own senses nakedly, their reality is clear. The relaxation of appearances is the river of the awareness. We dwell in a space of blissful self-understanding. The pristine 6 bodies dawn on us. Our wisdom is self-evident. This is the space of our reality. It is not to be obstructed. It is clear without having any outside or inside. In the mirror of the self-aware mind, the appearance of a self-evident dominion arises. We do not transgress ourselves, so from the beginning we are neither distracted nor not distracted. Sitting in our uncontrived natural state, our own way is clear. With an inner relaxation of our bodies and minds, we settle into whatever we like. Our knowledge is fearless. We do not search. We live like the people who have no work. In a reality that is neither rigid nor relaxed. We settle our bodies and minds on whatever we like, and we are happy. No matter how we move, that is our state. In all our paths of behavior, moving, sitting, eating, and walking, we do not move away from self-evident space. This self-evident bodhicitta is inherently lacking in any going or coming. The body of the victorious one does not go or come. No matter what I say, I am saying it to myself. No matter what I speak on, I am speaking to myself. No matter how I am perfect for myself. I talk and speak to myself by myself. In the bodhicitta, there is no talking or speaking. The unspeakable is the speech of the victorious one. No matter what I think about, it is my own state. No matter what I investigate, it is my own understanding. In the bodhicitta, there is no thought or understanding. Freedom from thoughts and understandings is the mind of the victorious one. Anything at all may appear from nothing. This is well known as the manifest embodiment. I make myself feel pleasure by myself. This is called the embodiment of perfect pleasure. It has no real basis, so it is called the embodiment of the Dharma. The three embodiments that are our rewards are spontaneously realized, so they are taught to be a single indivisible space. Everything comes forth from the space of spontaneous realization. All the forms of the external, the internal, and of birth and motion are embodied without position. We play in our bodies. They are wheels of inexhaustible adornments. Grammar and logic are well known to be excellent, average, or poor. Our speech has no position. We play in our speech. It is a wheel of inexhaustible adornments. In the indivisible, ultimate truth, we are one in essence. Our minds have no position. We play in our minds. They are the wheels of inexhaustible adornments. Our virtues, good works, and all the rest have no position. They are self-originating for everyone. It accomplishes everything that we desire. So the dominion of the Dharma is a precious jewel. From the base, we do not search for this. So everything is self-originating and self-evident. It transforms into anything we desire. It is the glory of compassion. It subsumes everything with no exceptions, so it is the root of every Dharma, the bodhicitta. It is neither to be joined with nor parted from, so it is the embodiment of the Dharma. It is non-dual, so it is the bodhicitta. We have no self or other, so it is equanimity. The dominion of the Dharma has no position or preference. It works equally for everyone. It is the glory of compassion. Everything is encompassed by the bodhicitta. It carries the welfare of living beings to the end. Our good works are perfected in the bodhicitta. It has no passing on or change. It is the embodiment of the Dharma. The unborn shines within the dominion of the Dharma. In the dominion of the Dharma there is no high or low. No matter what it appears to be, it is a space of equality. In the bodhicitta there is no above or below. It has no mouth or bottom. It is the dominion of the Dharma. This dominion may arise as anything, whether external or internal. But in the space of effortlessness, there is no outside or inside. This pristine indivisibility is a space of unity. In this space of unity, we may practice anything. We see ourselves, and we meet and touch. We practice ourselves, and we meet and touch. It is like the teeth on a razor, and like an elephant. We ourselves cut through our cravings by ourselves. So he spoke. From the Royal Tantra on the brilliant diffusion of majestic space, this is Chapter 39, Teachings on Touching and a Meeting with the Three Embodiments. There are no applications for the 6 collections. Then the Blessed One once again gave instruction. The 3 times have no birth or ending, so there are no breaks in the continuum of the dominion of the Dharma. It is an unchanging and uncompounded space. It overcomes all the extremes. It is a blazing and majestic Vajra hammer. It bedazzles every position. It is the king of all the Upadesha instructions. It brings forth the Buddhas of the 3 times, so the wisdom of our awareness is the dominion of the Dharma. It bedazzles our taking things in and holding on to them. So the self-awareness of emptiness is the space of enlightenment. All the enumerations of the wonders of its greatness, however many there may be, and with no exception, are our own dominion emerging from our own dominion. This is the supreme method. Unhindered self-evidence is the ornament of our playfulness. It is the unborn dominion of all things. It is the majestic and spontaneously perfected embodiment of the Dharma. It bedazzles entities, so emptiness is a space for the bodhicitta. The dominion of emptiness has no obstructions. It is the measure of the knowledge of the victorious ones of the 3 times. To crave for an absence is the extreme of emptiness. Bedazzling self-awareness is the space of enlightenment. In the true nature of the bodhicitta, appearance and emptiness are non-dual from the beginning. We do not see any 2 extremes. This is beyond conceptualizations. We are liberated from the extremes that may be visualized, so a non-dual lack of craving is the bodhicitta. Compassion brings forth inconceivable miracles without hindering the 4 extremes. It bedazzles them. It is equal to the great, and it is equal to the small. It is the bodhicitta. Because it is equal, its greatness is equal to the great. The embodiment of the Dharma is neither great nor small. It is not to be visualized, so it is like the sky. It may reveal its works and practices to be anything. The manifestations of unhindered compassion are embodiments that are not defined. They may appear as anything. They are my own playfulness. I practice playfulness as an embodiment of perfect pleasure. I am served by myself. I am served by myself. No matter what I do, it is a space for my 3 embodiments. The uncompounded is the dominion of the Dharma. The 3 embodiments arise from this dominion by themselves. Samsara and nirvana also arise within us. We do not move from this state. Reality that is self-evident and self-liberating bedazzles all our demarcations. The unchanging, majestic space of the mind itself encompasses us in totality, like the space of the sky. Our playfulness is undefined. It may arise as anything. The inexhaustible space of the miracle of compassion appears as an ornament for the dominion of totality. There are no dharmas other than this dominion, so we are beyond any objects that are negated in their being anything else. Our 6 sensory collections are liberated into their own place, so we bedazzle any ideas there may be about demarcations. Appearances are not restricted, so their condensation and expansion is the effulgence of the bodhicitta. The reality that is not anything at all may appear to be any of the many things, so the effortless Dharma is amazing and astounding. Everyone has been empowered with all the vehicles of samsara and nirvana. The effortless Dharma uses our own power to effortlessly be one, and to bedazzle all the extremes. In this there are no extremes or other objects. We do not move anywhere other than the space of effortlessness. Freedom from all the extremes is total freedom. The indivisibility of samsara and nirvana is all good. In the space of the all-good, there is no samsara or nirvana. The indivisibility of birth and death is all good. In the space of the all-good, there is no birth or death. The indivisibility of happiness and sorrow is all good. In the space of the all-good, there is no happiness or sorrow, self, other, permanence, annihilation, and all the rest. They are indivisible. They are all good. In the space of the all-good, there is no self or other. In the space of the unborn, there is no permanence or annihilation. To grasp at something that is non-existent as being existent is a delusional designation. Everything is all good and is spontaneously realized. We arise from a unity. This is great bliss. All the extremes, with no exceptions, are liberated into their own place. The demarcations of taking things in and holding on to them are bedazzled. All the extremes, none excepted, are one in this dominion. We are alone and have no rivals. We are supreme and are brilliantly majestic. We are the embodiment of the Dharma, the greatest of the great. We are naturally present. The spaciousness of the all-good is the dominion of the Dharma. It is like a king. It does not move. It bedazzles all our demarcations. It has taken all samsara and nirvana under its control, but it does not move from the intent of equality. All things are one within the all-good. What is not good, as well as what is good, are one. The all-good has no good or evil. Even disunity is unity in their being one. All things are gathered into this spontaneous realization. Even those that are unrealized are gathered into this realization. In spontaneously realized equanimity, there is no realization or non-realization. We are one. From the one, the many arise. Everything arises without preference. This is the dominion of the Dharma. In the dominion of the Dharma there is nothing to do. The dominion is itself a unity. It is not to be sought after. Searching and working on things arise up out of our own dominion. They are not to be sought anywhere else, so what do we seek? On what do we work? Working on things and seeking for them are our own minds. There are no objects to seek for. They appear to us ourselves. Through meditation, we do not see anything else. There is no basis for working on things. There is no abode for it. There is nothing whatever that comes from somewhere else. The embodiment of the Dharma does not go or come. There is no falling away from the meaning of equality. We are beyond extremes, so there is no self or other. So he spoke. From the Royal Tantra on the brilliant diffusion of majestic space, this is Chapter 40. There are no applications for the 6 collections. The Supreme Practice. Then again, our teacher gave instruction to his entourage. Miracles are called miracles. They occur out of our concern for what we are working on. If we are working on something definite, there is only one. Buddhas arise from themselves. We work on our own rewards. Through working on them, we do not acquire them from anyone else. We succeed at our own rewards. There is no duality of a self or other. We work on our own results by ourselves. Our virtues are perfected in ourselves, so we work on our own rewards by ourselves. For the methods by which we must work on things, there are what are called retreats, close retreats, practices, and great practices. That which is called the rite of a retreat is the bodhicitta of the Ati Yoga. Samsara and nirvana are not a duality, so on the level of Buddhahood we are primordially in retreat. Self-originating wisdom dawns on us, so in a state of our understanding we are primordially in retreat. The 3 embodiments turn out to be real, so in our supreme status we are primordially in retreat. We do not take up or put down any dharmas. So in our equanimity, we are primordially in retreat. We do not cling to any preference between appearance and emptiness. So in our indivisibility, we are primordially in retreat. In our definite understanding, there are no others. So in our supreme contemplations, we are primordially in retreat. The Ati is a self-originating retreat. This is called a close retreat. We use chants that are not spoken for a close retreat into the space of not speaking. We use a samadhi that is not to be visualized for a close retreat on non-abiding. We use a mudra that may transform into anything at all for a close retreat on being without grasping and attachment. We use the blessings of our own majestic way for a close retreat on being without breaks in our continuum. We use the miracle of majestic playfulness for a close retreat on seeing what is real. We use an understanding of warmth that is not to be experienced for a close retreat on being without desire. The Ati is a self-originating close retreat. As for the thing that is called a practice, in the mandala of self-originating wisdom, we set up gods who are our own self-evident playfulness. Then we get together implements that have no causes or conditions, and use understandings that have no basic root to do a practice on effortless majestic space. In the mandala of the expansive space of reality, we set up gods that are our own unhindered playfulness. Then we get together the implements for both samsara and nirvana, and we do a practice on the meaning of indivisibility. In the mandala of our spontaneously realized true nature, we set up gods for the dominion of the unborn. Then we get together the implements of a multitude of appearances, and we do a practice that is not to be visualized. In the mandala of the bodhicitta, we set up gods who are the great bliss of the embodiment of the Dharma. Then we get together the implements for uncompounded deities, and do a practice on the absence of birth and death. The apparent world is a Dharma for the 5 elements. The majestic element is the Blessed One. He brings forth everything we wish for. He is a precious one. It is through the compassion of the 5 elements that a multitude of harvests of juicy fruits ripens. The reward for our practice is the 5 good things we desire. This is the virtue of ordinary practice. The rewards for special practices are a space in which our 3 embodiments have no birth or death. They have been present from the beginning. So it is not necessary to practice for them. For a spontaneously realized reward without any practice, there is what is called a great practice. We enter through the doors of the bodhisattvas and purify ourselves for 10 million eons, and we may even succeed at reaching total light. We do not harbor any external or internal obscurations or coverings, and the virtue there is in this is a total light. Without working on it, we abide in a spontaneously realized reward. We enter through the doors of the Kriya Tantra and practice for 7 human lifetimes, but we do not succeed at even becoming a Vajradhara. We have nothing to join to or to separate from, and we are indestructible. The virtue there is in this is that we are Vajradharas. Without working on it, we abide in a spontaneously realized reward. We enter through the doors of the both Tantra, and by being connected to higher and lower views and practices, we work on a Vajra Samadhi, but we have no connection to an immersion that retains what is not empty. The virtue there is in this is that we are Vajradharas. Without working on it, we abide in a spontaneously realized reward. We enter through the doors of the Yoga Tantra. Then we practice for 5 human lifetimes, and in this we succeed at reaching dense array. But by an unpolluted, complete perfection, we already have the wonder of dense array. We enter through the doors of the Maha-Yoga. Then we practice for 3 or 2 human lifetimes, and we succeed at reaching Lotus Keeper in them. We see an unerring wisdom that has no possession. The virtue there is in this is lotus eyes. Without working on it, we abide in a spontaneously realized reward. We enter through the door of the comprehensive yoga. Then we practice for 1 human lifetime, and there is the great mass of letter wheels. We succeed at self-originating wisdom. The unborn wheel of the Dharma, and its turning without any break in its continuum, have the virtues of the 2 accumulations, while they are a great mass of letter wheels. Without our working on it, we abide in a spontaneously realized reward. All of these are indivisible. They are one within the All-Good One. So there is also the level of indivisibility. From the beginning, it has been present within us, and we surmount it here in the present. So the majestic practice is that of the all-good. It is the practice of a self-originating objective. Its good works are free from efforts and searches. Our emotional problems are pacified into their own place, so the bodhicitta is famous for its peace. Its works are growing into excellence, so the bodhicitta is famous for its growth. Our awareness achieves self-empowerment, so the bodhicitta is famous for its power. We cut through our delusions at the root, so our bodhicitta is a wrathful one. So he spoke. From the Royal Tantra on the Brilliant Diffusion of Majestic Space, this is Chapter 41, The Supreme Practice. teaching the transmission than which there is no higher. Then again the Blessed One gave instruction. Do not sit. Look at the space of your mind. The mind itself is a measureless palace of majestic space. We do not see it by looking at it. When we settle, it is clear. Any place that we settle is a natural bliss. Do not sit. Meditate on the space of your mind. We do not get clear by meditating. We get clear by settling. Any place that we settle, we are happy with ourselves. Do not sit. Practice on the space of your mind. Through practice, we do not finish. Through settling, we finish. Any place that we settle, we are happy with ourselves. Do not sit. Work on the space of your mind. We do not find this by working on it. We lose it by seeking for it. In a space that is not to be visualized, we are happy. No matter how we look at it, it is a space of great bliss. However we may meditate, it is a state of great bliss. The state of great bliss has no break in its continuum. No matter how we practice, it is the dominion of great bliss. The dominion of great bliss has no deeds or searches. No matter how we work on it, it is a space of great bliss. The space of great bliss has no passing away or changing. Our view is a majestic space, a most spacious space. Our meditation is a majestic space, profound and most deep. Our practice is a majestic space, forceful and most fierce. Our result is a majestic space, transforming into everything we desire. The majestic space of our ideas is a most happy intellect. We have no place to put our experiences, so do not take positions or preferences for your views. The mind has no base or support, so do not tie down your samadhi with a referent for visualization. Self and others are not a duality, so do not practice taking things up and putting them down. Samsara and nirvana have no division or clarification. So do not seek hopes and fears in your rewards. In the inside of the sky, nothing emerges. In the inside of our own minds, there is no Buddha. The things that emerge are the miracles of the sky. Buddhas are the miracles of the mind. Even the totality of sentient beings are our own minds. In the inside of the sky, nothing emerges. In the inside of our minds, there is no view. The things that emerge are the miracles of the sky. Views are the miracles of the mind. There is nothing to see. This is our own mind. In the inside of the sky, nothing emerges. In the inside of our minds, there is no samadhi. Samadhi is a miracle of our minds. Non-meditation is also our own minds. In the inside of the sky, nothing emerges. In the inside of our minds, there is no practice. Practice is a miracle of the mind. Non-practice is also our own minds. In the inside of the sky, nothing emerges. What emerges is the miracle of the sky. In the inside of our own minds, there are no rewards. Our rewards are the miracles of our minds. Our not working on things is also our own minds. The 5 elements are also the dominion of the sky. The outer and inner vessel and contents are the dominion of the sky. The 5 kinds of good things that we desire are the dominion of the sky. The dominion of the sky is also the space of our minds. Buddhas and sentient beings are the space of our minds. Samsara and nirvana are the space of our minds. The outer and inner vessel and contents are the space of our minds. Happiness and sorrow are the space of our minds. Birth and death, self and other, are the space of our minds. View, meditation, practice, and result are the space of our minds. In the space of our minds there is no birth or death. Because there is no birth or death, it is like the sky. The space of our minds does not pass away or change. Because it does not pass away or change, it is like a Vajra. The mountain of the Vajra is not destroyed or broken. On the trunk of spontaneously realized positionlessness, the leaves of both samsara and nirvana grow. In the sky that is effortless and is not to be seized, the sun and moon of the heart essence of the three embodiments rise. The city of the delusions of the 6 classes of living beings is a Buddha field of great bliss. In the sprouts of our designations of what we take in and what we hold on to, the fruit, which is the embodiment of the Dharma of great bliss, ripens. The 6 classes of living beings and their 4 abodes of birth are manifest Buddhas, so their bodhicitta is not to be stopped. The earth, water, fire, and wind, the 4 elements, are for the sake of the welfare of living beings. The Blessed Ones actually do appear as the perfection of pleasure. Their bodhicitta is not to be stopped. Markings are not present in the space of the sky. It is not to be visualized, so the embodiment of the Dharma is something that actually appears. This is the true nature of the bodhicitta. Lust, hatred, stupidity, pride, jealousy, and all the rest, the 5 poisons and the 3 poisons of our emotional problems, are the actual appearance of self-originating wisdom. The space of enlightenment is not to be stopped. The dharmas of the apparent world, samsara and nirvana, cause and result, are our awareness coming forth as something real. So the space of enlightenment is not to be stopped. To put this significance into order, there are interpretable meanings and definitive meanings. To say anything about their validations for the truth, but they do not put it into order. They are ensnared by heavy grasping, and they have lost their hold on reality. They view things in terms of positions, so their intellects are deluded. Playfulness arises without any position, but they cling to extremes. This is the Mara that ensnares them. When we crave for existence, we get the extreme of permanence. When we crave for non-existence, we get the extreme of annihilation. When our intellects crave for the duality of permanence and annihilation, this is grounds for deviation from the heart essence of enlightenment. I have put this into order definitively. All the dharmas of the apparent world, samsara and nirvana, are spontaneously realized without rejecting their basis. So positionlessness is put in order as being pure. Our essence is not definite, so self-originating wisdom puts it into order. In its significance it is unborn, so it is put into order as being without any clinging to dualities. Our true selves are beyond beginnings and endings, so there are no beginnings or endings, no previous or later. And in the absence of birth, death, and transfer, we have put them into order. For this reason we are victorious over all the lesser vehicles. The Ati is the validation of primordial liberation. The teaching of the validation of what this means will depend on the instructions of the victorious ones. Through their blessings there is a lineage. The profound oral lineage is a definitive transmission. It is a description of the meaning of the Hatha Yoga. So he spoke. From the Royal Tantra on the brilliant diffusion of majestic space, this is chapter 42, teaching the transmission than which there is no higher. Recognition of the 5 embodiments and the 5 greatnesses. Then again the Blessed One gave instruction to the entourage that was none other than himself. O Mother, the spacious Dharma of the Mahayana has arisen for everyone. It liberates everyone. It is most amazing. When appearances arise, we see reality. I see what I did not see before. When sorrows arise, we see great bliss. Happiness and sorrow are non-dual, and unchanging reality arises as an appearance. I see what I did not see before. When sentient beings arise, we see Buddhas. Buddhas and sentient beings are non-dual, and unchanging reality arises as an appearance. When samsara arises, we see nirvana. Samsara and nirvana are non-dual, and unchanging reality arises as appearance. I see what I did not see before. When the holder of a dharma arises, I see reality. When emotional problems arise, I see wisdom. Emotional problems and wisdom are non-dual, and unchanging reality arises as appearance. There are these and all the rest. Everything that is gathered into dualities is entirely unhindered. Reality arises as appearances. When we open up our understanding of the bodies of sentient beings, we will pierce through to a vision of the bodies of Buddhas. Buddhas and sentient beings are non-dual. When we open up our understanding of the entities that appear, we will pierce through to a vision of the dominion of emptiness. Appearance and emptiness are non-dual. When we open up our understanding of the demarcations of suffering, we will pierce through to a vision of the finest great bliss. Happiness and suffering are non-dual. When we open up our understanding of the demarcation of being a subject, we will pierce through to a vision of positionless reality. Subjects and reality are non-dual. When we open up our understanding of the demarcations of emotional problems, we will pierce through to a vision of self-originating wisdom. Emotional problems and wisdom are non-dual. These and the rest of all the dharmas are non-dual and are unchanging. They are the arising of the appearance of me. Reality is non-dual. These and the rest of all the dharmas are indivisible. We are liberated into our own place. Both cause and result are unhindered, but this is beyond both cause and result. Samsara and nirvana are unhindered, but we are liberated from both samsara and nirvana. Further, you may ask how we are liberated from them. Sentient beings appear to be substantial, but they are placed in order as being insubstantial Buddhas. Sentient beings are more important than Buddhas. When we have made a determination in the space of non-duality, we will also believe that we are liberated into our own place. Appearance is more important than emptiness. Indefinite appearances are self-evident, so emptiness is put into order as not to be grasped. When we have made a determination in the space of non-duality, we will also believe that we are liberated into our own place. Sorrow is more important than happiness. It is through the demarcations of sorrow, craving, and attachment that we put into order great bliss and non-attachment. When we have received the instructions, we will believe them. When we have made a determination in non-duality, we will also believe that we are liberated into our own place. Subjects are more important than reality. Our demarcations for a subject are our own continuum, so we put unborn reality into order. Subjects and realities are indivisible, so when we have made a determination in the space of non-duality, we will also believe that we are liberated into our own place. Emotional problems are more important than wisdom. It is by the nooses that ensnare us in emotional problems that self-originating wisdom is put into order. Emotional problems and wisdom are inseparable. So when we have made a determination in the space of non-duality, we will also believe that we are liberated into our own place. These, and all the rest of the Dharmas, throughout all time they are indivisible. When we have made a determination into the space of non-duality, we will believe that we are liberated into our own place. And when we have made a determination about these beliefs, our experience of understanding will be a happy intellect. There is no liberation from this dominion, so when we throw off our heaps, we will be liberated in this dominion. There is no changing away from space. The Dharmas that we demarcate are only names. Everything is liberated into the space of totality. Sentient beings are liberated into the space of Buddhas. There is no break in our continuum. So we are manifest embodiments. Appearances are liberated into the space of emptiness. There is no break in our continuum. We are perfect enjoyment. Subjects are liberated into the dominion of reality. There is no break in our continuum. We are embodiments of the Dharma. Sorrow is liberated into the dominion of great bliss. There is no break in our continuum. We are embodiments of the Vajra. Emotional problems are liberated into the space of wisdom. There is no break in our continuum. This is described to be truly the embodiment of enlightenment. Further, the manifest embodiment is not to be defined according to any characteristics. The embodiment of pleasure abides in the state of great bliss. The embodiment of the Dharma has no demarcations. The embodiment of the Vajra is beyond destruction or violation. The embodiment of the bodhicitta has no birth or death. Further, they are designated through what they mean. Because there is no form, there is the space of enlightenment. It has no color or shape to be apprehended. It has no characteristics, so it is like the sky. In the dominion of the Dharma, we are primordially Buddhas. We bring forth miracles, so we are like the sky. In the Great Spirit, we are primordial Buddhas. We are non-dual, so we are like the sky. In being this, we are primordial Buddhas. We do not stay anywhere, so we are like the sky. In actuality, we are primordial Buddhas. We do not depend on anything at all. We do not help or harm anything at all. Everything is equal, so we are like the sky. Everything comes from everything, so the Buddha has no Buddhahood. In the expansive and majestic space of the mind itself, where there are all the Dharmas, with no exceptions, samsara and nirvana, in our five greatnesses, we are actually Buddhas. So he spoke. From the Royal Tantra on the Brilliant Diffusion of Majestic Space, this is Chapter 43, Recognition of the Five Embodiments and the five greatnesses. Everything is perfection without end. Then again I gave instruction to my entourage in this spacious door of the secret mantra. There are no imperfect dharmas at all. The dharmas of samsara and nirvana are from the beginning non-dual and perfect. The dharmas of cause and the dharmas of result are from the beginning indivisible and perfect. The dharmas that we teach and the dharmas that we work on are from the beginning without a system and are perfect. Ultimate dharmas are not to be worked on. From the beginning we have not worked on them. Everything is perfection without end. Then again I gave instruction to my entourage in this spacious door of the secret mantra. There are no imperfect dharmas at all. The dharmas of samsara and nirvana are from the beginning non-dual and perfect. The dharmas of cause and the dharmas of result are from the beginning indivisible and perfect. The dharmas that we teach and the dharmas that we work on are from the beginning without a system and are perfect. Ultimate dharmas are not to be worked on. From the beginning we have not worked on them and are perfect. Happiness and sorrow have a similar cause and are perfect. Compounded dharmas and the uncompounded are from the beginning neither good nor evil and are perfect. Dharmas that are white and dharmas that are black from the beginning are not to be taken up or rejected and are perfect. Subjects and realities, the relative and the ultimate dharmas, from the beginning are not to be hindered or worked on and are perfect. Emotional problems and wisdom, those that are born into and shiver within the apparent world, and all the dharmas, in which nothing is impossible, in the center of the space of self-originating wisdom, there is nothing that is not perfect. The great perfection is spontaneously realized. It is unsurpassed. When we have made a determination in equanimity, all things are in fact self-originating wisdom. In time there is no previous or later. The Ati cuts the 3 times into one. The Anu on down are the lower ones. They count for an eon, and they count for a human lifetime. They believe that results come from causes, but we do not reject them. We bring them together into one. So there are no differences in the 3 times. They have a single true nature, so we are liberated into space. In this state our continuums are unbroken. In the true nature in which our continuums are unbroken, samsara and nirvana are equal. We have no preferences, so we do not look for anything else. This is the reality of primordial Buddhahood. In this we enjoy ourselves. This is the reward of a positionless, majestic treasure. There are various kinds of sorrow in samsara, but they are trifling realities. A reward of great bliss dawns on us. With the exception of this, we have no rewards. The thing that we call most pure is also called the mandala of the victorious one. It is nowhere other than the space of equanimity. Our field of practice is indivisible. This itself manifests as the field of the victorious ones, so do not seek your rewards anywhere else. Have no hope. Have no fear. Be completely liberated. The mind itself is a self-originating wisdom. Its self-evidence arises without opposition, when we do not understand that it has a single true nature. For some it is there, for some it is not. The division of good and evil interferes with our equanimity. We use our minds to understand that the Buddha is good, and so we understand that sentient beings are evil, but in essence there is no good or evil. This is certainly true, but in the intellects of people good and evil do appear. Good and evil are conceptualizations of the mind. Conceptualizations and emotional problems are the dharmas of samsara. If we understand them, there is nothing to reject, so they are like the sky. They are like miracles. In the space of equanimity, there are no differences. The continuum of indivisible playfulness is not broken. There are the playfulness of our natural dominion, the playfulness of the force of compassion, and self-originating, self-evident playfulness. The playfulness of our natural dominion is that we have appeared from the beginning to be both samsara and nirvana. The playfulness of the force of compassion is that we are unhindered in our concern for our disciples. We work without position toward the welfare of living beings. For sentient beings who are made from their own karma, there are Buddhas who are made from the karma of their compassion. They appear in the essence of their three manifestations. Self-originating, self-evident playfulness is that, in reality, the continuum of which is not broken. There is no emptiness or decay. It is like the space of the sky, or like a miracle. There is no, it is this, or any, it is not this. We arise in purity without any position. We are self-originating and self-pacifying. We are not definite. We appear without having any cause or conditions. We arise as if we were both causes and conditions. We are liberated as if we were both a cause and a condition. We arise as if we were both permanent and annihilated. We are liberated as if we were both permanent and annihilated. We arise as if we were both samsara and nirvana, as if both samsara and nirvana had no liberation, as if everything arose from itself, and everything was liberated from itself. We arise as being different and as being non-dual. This is self-originating, self-evident compassion. We do not move from our dominion. This is certainly true, but we have been empowered into all of the dharmas. We have been empowered into all of the nations. We have been empowered through all time. We have been empowered over all events. We have been empowered over all the vessels and their contents. We have been empowered over all agglomerations. This is also the playfulness of our compassion. We have been empowered into the peace of the Buddha, to turn the wheel of the Dharma, to abide in the Dharma of peace, and in the nirvana that has no outflows. This is the playfulness of the dominion of compassion. Great miracles are neither difficult nor easy. Without hesitation they come forth from us. They come forth without regard to whether we are looking or are not looking. They come forth without regard to whether we are meditating or not meditating. They come forth without regard to whether we seek them or do not seek them. They come forth without regard to whether we work on them or do not work on them. The field of the practice of self-originating wisdom is a positionless awareness. So, however it may appear, we do not look for problems. It has no outside or inside, so it is beyond being an entity. It is not hindered by anything at all, It is not to be apprehended. It dawns on us without any cause or conditions. There is nothing to ask about. This is difficult to investigate. We do not hinder or work on anything. It dawns on us as an equality, so there is no good or evil. The dharmas are subsumed within the mind, so Buddhas and sentient beings are a space of unity. We arise in equality. We are liberated in equality. We have no good or evil. The mind itself turns out to be the basis of all things. The true nature of everything that happens is the mind. The mind and the sky are indivisible. This is presented as an analogy. But in meaning they are one. We are perfect. We are perfect. We are perfect in the sky. The 5 elements are perfected in the state of the sky. We are perfected, we are perfected, we are perfected in our dominion. The dharmas are perfected in the dominion of the mind. We are clear, we are clear, we are clear in the sky. Entities are clear in the state of the sky. We are clear, we are clear, we are clear in our dominion. The dharmas are clear in the dominion of enlightenment. We are liberated, we are liberated, we are liberated into our dominion. Our demarcations are liberated into the dominion of the Dharma. Even the Dharmas of the outer and inner vessel and contents are liberated into the space of the uncontrived mind. Wisdom is not created. It is self-originating. It is clear. We are liberated into the space of the unchanging circle. Our mandala encompasses everything, both external and internal. Even the dharmas of the outer and inner vessel and contents that were not gathered together are gathered into thusness. Without being expanded upon, this dawns on all samsara and nirvana. Even the dharmas of samsara and nirvana, the external and the internal, are unborn and are totally pure from the primordial. Unhindered awareness is clear to us. Self-luminous awareness has no position. We do not crave the duality of samsara and nirvana. We do not crave the duality of cause and result, so we are beyond the understanding of both former and latter. We do not crave the duality of faults and virtues, so we are beyond the understanding of both help and harm. We do not crave the duality of virtue and evil, so we are beyond the understanding of both acceptance and rejection. To be without conceptualizations and be without a position is the basis of all things. The base is not present in the extreme of a base. It is not present, but it dawns on us. It is the substance of all things. Our own essence is not present in any extremes. Non-duality is beyond births and endings. So in our purpose, we do not dwell on any extremes of purpose. Unborn awareness has no object. It has no previous or later, no beginning or end, so it does not abide in any true self. We are free from beginnings and ends. We also do not dwell on the extreme of being separate. We are beyond the dharmas of causes, conditions, and results. This is a reality that is beyond any dharma. It arises in a space that has no causes or conditions. Uncontrived great bliss is the embodiment of the Dharma. So he spoke. From the Royal Tantra on the Brilliant Diffusion of Majestic Space, this is Chapter 44. Everything is perfection without end. Teaching that there is one characteristic. Then again the Blessed One gave instruction to his entourage. We do not move away from the dominion of our purpose. We are naturally pure. We are perfect Buddhas. We are spontaneously realized, so we cut through the levels of status. We have no definition, so we put things into order. Our true nature is completely pure, so we do not reject anything. We are spontaneously realized. We do not hinder anything at all. We have no definition. We do not dwell anywhere. We are completely pure. A single purity creates all things. All dharmas are a dominion of total purity. Our nature is spontaneously realized. We do not hinder anything at all. We have no definition. Without dwelling anywhere, we are completely pure. Without rejecting anything, we are spontaneously perfected. A single spontaneous realization creates all things. So the dharmas are a dominion of spontaneous realization. In our true natures we have no definition. So without rejecting anything, we are spontaneously realized. We do not dwell anywhere. We are completely pure. We may arise as anything at all. We have no definition. A single indefinite thing creates all things. So in the dominion in which all things have no definition, we appear from out of a single true dominion. We are alike. We are alike. This is a majestic equality. There is no heart essence that reaches the end of all the teachings of the Buddha, other than this one. All the victorious ones of the 3 times absolutely do not harbor any inspiration that is other than this one. There are multitudes who desire to attain a final result and enter through the doors of the secret mantra, but they are exhausted in teachings that are for those who interpret the rules, those with perverted desires, and those who have lusts and cravings. We are all brought together in thusness. In this uncontrived thusness, the practice of the Dharma and its rejection are solid cuts. We cannot turn them away. They are directly indirect. They are brethren who do not hold to the level. They have no virtue. They have no evil. They diffuse into the darkness. We do not hinder the nature of anyone. Spontaneous realization has no position. With the exception of this one, there will appear many manuals on the beliefs of the views. They do not blend the intellect with the Dharma, and they crave for the extreme of equanimity to be a position. They do not give birth to an understanding of total awareness, so they cut the unity that has no object into preferences. The self-originating does not arise without a position, so they meet with riddles in a space of darkness. Everything is brought together here. Do not work on it. This is the spontaneously realized dominion of the Dharma. It is insubstantial. Its essence is not to be apprehended. We are all liberated into a single circle, so we are beyond the conventionalities that make us into two. We are all perfected in a single effortlessness. This is beyond the extremes of hope and fear. It is not necessary to seek it. There are no problems that we must be rid of, so where would there be any virtues for us to take up? This is primordially viewed, primordially meditated, and primordially practiced, so what entity would we achieve as a reward? It is viewed from the primordial, so it is beyond any objects. It is primordially meditated, so it is without any visualizations. It primordially cuts through, so it is not to be sought after. It is primordially realized, so there is nothing to work on. Majestic primordial liberation is the dominion of the Dharma. It is naturally removed from all entities. It is the progenitor of all entities. It is the true nature of all things. It appears in an equality with each and everything. In the definitive intent, there is one circle. When we cling to characteristics, it manifests as being different. It arises this way, but we are brought together within it. We appear within it. The true nature of all things is the dominion of the Dharma. When we understand that this is the root of the dominion of the Dharma, we are liberated within its space. This is the place of liberation for all samsara and nirvana. It is like the clouds in the sky and like a rainbow. It arises without a definition, in the way of an illusion. We have no clinging or attachment, so we are free from problems. The dominion of the sky has no real basis. There is no eternity in the space of reality. There is no other space for this dominion that is beyond entities and is insubstantial, other than the space of reality. So even though we arise without position, we are our own true selves. The dharmas of the path and the result also appear from us, without our seeking them. So our precious, wish-fulfilling jewel, that has no birth or ending, is our embodiment as the Dharma. It is the basis for the directionless arising of wonders. Our manifest embodiment may be anything. It is not definite. We are unhindered in our concern for our disciples. To dwell in the state of equality is perfect enjoyment. We appear on the level of the Mahayana, but we emerge from a dominion that does not appear at all. We arise from the dominion of the Great Spirit. The contemplations of all the victorious ones do not move away from the space of our three embodiments. The true meaning of secrecy emerges from ourselves. So he spoke. From the Royal Tantra on the brilliant diffusion of majestic space, this is chapter 45, teaching that there is one characteristic. The misunderstanding of the great perfection. Then again, our teacher gave instruction to his retinue, which was none other than himself. Because it is the highest summit of the vehicles, the Ati Yoga is the great perfection. Like the king of the mountains, its altitude is high. It is the summit of all the vehicles. It is the greatest of the great. We are naturally present. The spacious heart of the All-Good One is present by its own power, so it bedazzles all the subsidiary vehicles. So it is that our own awareness, by its own power, turns our understanding away from the space of equality. In the single majestic space, to understand and not to understand, to be liberated and not to be liberated, are non-dual and equal. We arise from out of a unified equality, so we are great. As an analogy, the majestic Garuda bird, even while it dwells in the womb, bedazzles all the nagas. Its feathered wings reach their measure in the egg. It removes the covering of the egg by itself, and it plays in equality through the waves of the vast expanse. This is impossible for the other birds, but it is possible for the majestic Garuda alone. On the paths of all the dominions of the atmosphere, it is happy. Those who understand and those who do not understand are liberated. There is no now or later. The liberated and the unliberated are equal. Our equanimity has no break in its continuum. Once we have gradually travelled over the stages of the 9 vehicles, we will desire to be liberated from the Tantras. We will study them intensively and reject them. In believing that our Buddhahood must come from a cause, anything we understand will be misunderstood. To understand that the Mahayana is in ourselves is to be happy. In any case, everything, with no exceptions, is a space of great bliss. It is the embodiment of the Dharma itself. In the majestic space of the natural embodiment of the Dharma, there are not even a few who are not liberated. We pull ourselves out from the dominion of the Dharma, and so we are embodiments of a true Vajra heart. In that my body is full-blown with habitual tendencies, I have perfected the effulgence of my true heart. I have crossed over the narrow passage of birth and death. I have thrown off my body without any bardo, and I do not depend on awareness alone. For I am inseparable from all of samsara and nirvana, so without limiting my vastness or falling into a position, I have brought forth manifestations that have no positions, and without being hindered by anything, I engage in all things, none excepted. I have understood the meaning of riding the wind of effortlessness. This is a field of practice for every yogin. It is not fit for those people who have small intellects, and whose knowledge is of the inferior vehicles. This is for teachers who are fit for the arti. Those who dwell in the majesty have a primordially realized reward, while they continue to come forth through the miracle of birth. Those who hold to the demarcations of cause and result have erroneous intellects due to the power of their delusions. The reality of the arti has no causes or conditions. I teach that it encompasses all things. This is not fitting for the lower ones. The arti yoga is the core of correctness. Buddhas and sentient beings are the same, so there is no difference in their contemplations or their practices. To designate samsara and nirvana as being a duality is a delusion. Those who have intellects that practice on the duality of subjects and objects are the lower ones for whom this teaching of the non-dual arti is not suitable. The arti yoga is the core of suitability. In the absence of any conceptualization or non-conceptualization, to believe that we will be liberated after we understand that we are liberated into the dominion of the unborn is to be an enemy of equanimity. With the arti, we are taught an equality. This is not acceptable to those who are below this. The arti yoga is the core of acceptability. Through the special qualities of the method by which we exemplify it, we do not reject anything that must be spoken, while the unspeakable, solid cut is the word of a fool. This teaching is indivisible from its meaning, but it is not fitting for the lowly. The arti yoga is the core of fittingness. The view of the great perfection has no limits to its depth. In the reality of primordial majestic pervasion, to impute a fault, saying, "It does not make contact," is to have a darkened intellect that does not understand limitlessness. The teaching that has no borders and that cuts through words is not acceptable to the winds from the below. The great perfection is the core of acceptability. In the essence of the single circle, our understanding of the ways and reasons things arise is turned around. We cut through the hopes and fears there are in wanting a reward. We have no hope. We have no fear. We are equal to the sky. We are spacious. We are majestic. Reality is majestic. The heart of a victorious one is equal to the sky. We have nothing to reject or to acquire. We are a majestic circle. We are self-arising from out of the space of reality. We are liberated into our own place. We are liberated into our own dominion. We are liberated into an absence of both understanding and non-conceptualization. In this reality that is non-dual, we are liberated into an absence of good and evil. This is impossible for those who are below us. The Arti Yoga is a dharma of possibility. As an analogy, when baby blue sheep are climbing on the rocks, they are happy and at ease, unlike any others. This is impossible for the other animals. By the power of their responsiveness, it is possible for them. In the majestic space of effortless awareness, everyone with no exceptions is liberated. But this is not possible for those who have quests and practices, who are committed to be people of the inferior vehicles. The inspiration of extreme yoga is equal to the sky. We are happy to be on a path that is spacious, effortless, and has no limits. All dharmas are Buddhas, so our awareness has no objects and has nothing to depend on. It is not possible that it wander in samsara. Things that are possible are topics that we must understand. A view of objects and subjects in which we believe in material things is a space for the inferior. We are liberated in the sky. We are liberated into our own place. Without anything to depend on, we are liberated into our own place, into space. The one circle has no angels or corners. In the reality of majestic pervasiveness, it is not possible to appear as a duality. Things that are possible are topics that we must understand. The division of unity and separateness is a practice for deluded minds. We are liberated into the one. We are liberated into our own place. We are liberated into our own place, into the space of reality. Self-originating wisdom, in its significance, has no causes or conditions. It is not possible that the 5 poisons arise according to the presentations on what is possible. But the 5 poisons do arise, and are believed by the lowly to be the pathways of samsara. They do not attain enlightenment, but turn into obstructors. We are liberated in self-origination. We are liberated into our own place. We are liberated into the space of self-originating wisdom. We are spontaneously realized. We have no position. We are beyond any extremes. So it is impossible for us to fall into a position. Clinging to positions is a topic for the worldly. Through their cravings for limits on the views of their positions, they do not understand equality, and they turn into demons. We are liberated without position. We are liberated into our own place. We are liberated into a positionless space of spontaneous realization. This is a reality that has no real demarcations. We dwell in unhindered emptiness. It is impossible that we arise as appearances. To be self-evident without being definite is a topic for the worldly. We are liberated into our own place, where appearances are indefinite. We are liberated into our own place, into the space of emptiness. We have no divisions or clarifications. We are liberated into our own place. We are liberated into our own place, into the space of spontaneous realization. We have no joining or parting. We are liberated into our own place. We are liberated into our own place, into the space of the circle. Anything may arise. We are liberated into our own place. We are liberated into our own place, a space that has no definition. We appear within form. We are liberated into our own place. We are liberated into the space of self-liberating appearances. We echo forth in sound. We are liberated into our own place. We are liberated into the space where what we hear is self-liberating. The dharmas that appear and that echo forth, and anything that arises through the 5 doors of our seeing and hearing, is such that we see our own face by ourselves. So we have no other object to see as being a duality. There is no duality. There is a majestic equality. Objects and our minds are liberated into a space of equality. There is a single equality that may arise as anything. There is a single true dominion that may arise as anything. It makes all good things to be born. It is the basis for the appearance of every CD. It is the unsought precious jewel. It is the unstained, unopened, supreme treasure. Everything is present within this state. Everyone is liberated without any work or effort. So he spoke. From the Royal Tantra on the Brilliant Diffusion of Majestic Space, this is Chapter 46, The Misunderstanding of the Great Perfection. Presenting the entourage with advice. Then again the Blessed One advised his entourage on this Tantra. All of my dharmas are one in the space of reality. This is the holy palace of the dominion of the Dharma. It is the space of the All-Good One, and is neither wide nor narrow. It is the unborn dominion of the All-Good Mother. It is an unborn and unending treasure that brings forth miracles. It is the place where the 3 embodiments of the Buddha work for the welfare of living beings. It is the path that brings the sentient beings of the 3 realms to liberation. It is the majestic path of total purity, a cave for the contemplation of total liberation. It is like the light of the sun and the moon. It is luminous and totally pervasive. If we investigate it, we do not find anything. If we let it be, it arises in various ways. Buddhas, sentient beings, samsara, nirvana, the vessel and its contents, the meanings of all these dharmas that are well known are gathered here in this. Without this, it is impossible that a Buddha appear. This is the effortless heart essence of the Dharma that even the victorious ones of the 3 times have difficulty in understanding. Understand that this is the spacious path of the Dharma that has been marked out. So he spoke. From the Royal Tantra on the Brilliant Diffusion of Majestic Space, this is Chapter 47, Presenting the Entourage with Advice. Then Vajrasattva and the rest of the entourage began to rejoice, and they addressed him with these words. O great leader, Blessed One, we rejoice that you are supreme protector and refuge who serves to benefit your disciples, those who have reverted views, and all the rest. You use reality, which is like the sky, to be totally pervasive. In your work for the welfare of living beings, you do not move away from the dominion of your contemplation. You have no motion or shaking. We praise you and bow to you. You use the sun of self-originating wisdom to clear away the darkness of ignorance and to open up the starport of wisdom. We rejoice in your shining lamp. The Dharma and the anti-Dharma are indivisible. You work to teach them to be truly equal. You are neither close to nor distant from anyone. While you work for the welfare of living beings, we praise you and bow to you. There are inconceivable numbers of paths and doors of entry, but you work to teach them to be surely one. We rejoice in you, O Supreme Teacher. You are a treasure of equanimity. We praise you and bow to you. So they spoke. From the Royal Tantra on the Brilliant Diffusion of Majestic Space, this is Chapter 48. The entourage rejoices in the teacher. The father of all the Buddhas of the 3 times, the mother of every yogin, the life force that does not split samsara and nirvana, the unfailing royal insignia, the shining lamp that is like a butter lamp of wisdom shining into space, the so-called Royal Tantra on the Brilliant Diffusion of Majestic Space is finished.